welcome to today's video. Our lesson objective is to match spelling words to photographs and videos so that you not only get a sense of how to spell the words, but also what the words mean. Most of our spelling words this week begin with an S blend. The first word is spelled S-K-I-N, and it's pronounced sk-i-n, skin. And skin is your largest organ. It covers your whole body from your fingertips to your toes, your face, your ears. And I looked up the 4 main purposes for skin before I made this video. Let's see if I can remember them now. The first purpose of skin is to protect you from physical harm. So for example, Bitey scratched me here and a couple other places on my hands. And my skin, where you see the red marks, that actually means my skin protected me. So my skin got scratched, but what's underneath the skin stayed safe. So that's the first purpose of skin. The second purpose of skin is to protect you from germs and infections. So if a germ gets on my hand, I can just wash that off with soap and water. If my skin wasn't here, the germs and bacteria would get right into my body and it could be very dangerous. The third function of skin is to protect us from the sun. It protects us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. And that's why when you spend too much time in the sun, you can end up getting a sunburn. The last purpose of skin is to help maintain our body temperature. So our skin helps to keep us warm in the winter. And if it's the summer and it starts to get too hot, like it's been in Stockton, not recently, but it was last month, around 100 degrees, 105 degrees, 110 degrees, your body sweats, and that actually helps to cool you down. So those are the 4 purposes of skin, and I just thought that was interesting because I wanted to know what they were, and I got my answer. I love Google. Skin comes in all different colors. It can be light, it can be medium, it can be dark. My sister sometimes will have light skin, and if she spends time in the sun, she gets very tan. If I spend time in the sun, I get very red. I'm one of those people who does sunburn very easily, but that is pretty much everything I know about skin. Let's go ahead and move on to the next spelling word. The next spelling word is spelled S-K-I-P, and this word is pronounced sk-i-p, skip. And skip is a verb, and it's something that you often see children do, and it's kind of like jumping and walking at the same time. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you a photograph of a child in the middle of a skip. And you have probably skipped before. You don't normally see adults skip, but it's something that kids do. The next spelling word is spelled S-L-I-P, and it's pronounced sla-i-p, slip. And I was kind of surprised to see this word. I feel like we've had it before, but maybe they just really want you to know how to spell slip. Slip is when you put your foot down and instead of your foot staying there, it kind of slides. And so this will often happen if you put your foot onto a wet surface or you put your foot onto a slippery surface, like there could be oil or there could be ice that causes your foot, instead of staying put, to slip. And I'll go ahead and show the same photograph I did before of the person who has had a slip. The next word that I have is spelled S-L-E-D, and it's pronounced sla-ed, sled. And this word reminded me of when we had the decodable reader, the Sled Club. And a sled is kind of a toy, I guess, that kids use, and you put it at the top of a snow-covered hill, and then you glide all the way down. And depending on how steep the hill is, you can get going really fast. I'm going to put a photograph of some kids on a sled in this video, but I'm also going to include a link in the description box below to a video where you can see people using sleds. They're sledding downhill. And I think it's really fun to watch, especially because here in Stockton, it doesn't really snow. And so we don't get an opportunity to see that. We kind of have to either travel a couple hours to see snow, or we have to watch it in a video. The next word that I have for you is spelled S-M-E-L-L. And this word is pronounced smell, smell. And a smell can be either a noun or a verb. So some things that have a good smell are perfume and flowers and cookies. Those all have a nice smell. Some things don't smell very good. A fart has a very bad smell. And a skunk, they look cute, but when they raise their tail, run in the opposite direction because they have a terrible smell. That's actually one of their defense mechanisms. So smell can be a noun. It can be a thing. Smell can also be a verb. It's something that you do with your nose. If you breathe very deeply with your nose, that's how you smell. And if you wanted to smell a good smell, like if someone was wearing a really nice perfume, or your mom was baking cookies, or you were standing next to a bed of roses, you might want to smell. On the other hand, if you're standing next to a skunk with its tail up, you might want to cover your nose to help block the smell. Although, can anything ever really truly block the smell of a skunk? I don't know. Let's go ahead and move on to the next word, which is spelled S-P-I-N. The word is pronounced sp-I-N, spin. And spin means that something is moving around in circles. And so like a toy top can spin, a bicycle wheel can spin. Not many people listen to records anymore, but a record spins around as it plays music. So spin is the motion of moving around in a circle. The next word that I have for you is spelled S-P-O-T. And this word is pronounced spot, spot. And a spot can be a noun. It can be a mark. For example, there is a book series about a dog called Spot, and his name is Spot because he has a mark in his fur. A spot can also be something that you don't want to have. For example, if you were eating and you spilled and you got a big spot on your shirt or pants. Spot can also be a verb, and it means to look or to find something with your eyes. So for example, if I say, can you spot the bird in that tree? You would look with your eyes to see if you could spot the bird in the tree. The next word that I have for you is spelled S-T-E-P. It is pronounced step, step. And step is another word that can be a noun or a verb, but unlike spot, the meanings of step are very related. So a step is when you have a step up or a step down, so the surfaces are uneven. One is higher and one is lower than the other. Step can also be a verb. So if you are on the lower level and you step up to the higher level, we say you step up. If you're on the higher level and you move down, we say you step down. So you can have a step, or you can step up or step down. And if you have a lot of steps all in a row, we call that stairs. The last word that I have for you today does not have an S blend at the beginning, so I'll put a little star to remind you that this word is different. What we have is O-U-T. And often when you have OU together, not all the time, but often, it will make the sound of ow, ow, ow. And that's the sound it makes here. So we have out, out. And out is the opposite of in. And if you are in your house and then you step out the door, I'm not sure how else to explain it. Out is just the opposite of in. It's the antonym of in. You're in or you're out. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you a video, and you are going to try to look at each photograph or watch each video and figure out what spelling word from this list matches. After about 8 seconds, the correct answer will appear right across the center of the screen, and you can see if you were able to correctly identify each spelling word. Good luck. I hope that you were able to identify all of the spelling words. That's all that I have for you today, but I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.